All right, everybody. Fooyah. Yes, we here. From the underground to the mainstream. You got me back in the house with the Bam Johnson. Yeah. I know you feel a Fooyah, man. The last couple of interviews, we was rocking. It was almost like a sermon up in this joint. But we here now, man. I mean, here in New York, once again, I love New York, and I mean that, man, because people just took care of me. We have the great and wonderful Mr. Lamarr Thornton. I mean, he brought me into his tournament, man. Oh, man. I mean, he done brought me in so many times to the tournament. I mean, he even brought me down one time and let me stay over his brother's house right up there with, and his brother was working with Spike Lee at the time. He don't think I remember all that. Am I right? Am I on board, right? And then I remember when he, I mean, those were the great times. And the icing on the cake was when Wesley did that Masters of the Martial Arts. I mean, and it was on TNT to promote the First Blade, which was one of the best martial art movies ever made. I mean, he called me up on my cell phone, man, and asked me to come down. I mean, come on, man. Kung Fu from B-More and coming up here in New York, man. And I just want to say to you, Master Lamarr, I mean, and because it's like people like you, man, when life was so hard and the struggle was so hard, you guys like believed in me and you never gave up on me. Even this little kid coming from Baltimore on the bus, I mean, you treated me like I was like your family. I mean, you never cheated me. You put me in a division where it was just everybody. It didn't matter what style you was. You just had to represent. And that's the beauty in New York. I think it's probably missing right now because we don't see that. And I mean, man, I just know that you are one of the innovators. You are one of the pioneers of that. I mean, what was it like for you to be such a major figure in the development of martial arts on that level here in New York?
Well, you know, one of the things I want to say thank you, Bam, and you know, I just attribute most of my success with the martial arts in New York to a lot of the pioneers like Aaron Banks, Peter Urban, George Cofield, Moses Powell, Master Thomas LaPuppet. You know, those are the people that inspired me to carry the ball. And one person that really inspired me to carry the ball in tournaments was Grandmaster Fred Hamilton. Yeah. And he treated me the same way that I treated you. You know, he kept me, you know, watched over me when I went to, you know, when I went to his tournament. He coached me, taught me about tournaments, and talked to me about certain, you know, things in tournaments that you should look out for when you're given a tournament. And more importantly, I contributed my success to the competitors. People like Bam, people like yourself, people like Dennis Brown, Kevin Thompson, Chuck Norris. You know, we can go down the line. Terry Kramer, Richard Plowder, Steve Thompson. We can just keep going. And one of the things that kept me going is the young people. Young people that, you know, always wanted to have a place for young people to go so that they could stay out of trouble, stay away from drugs and all those things. So that was my motivation. My motivation is, you know, working with young people and doing things that will help people be productive and do good in life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I mean, and that's what's so powerful. When you mentioned Master Fred Hamilton, I mean, I'm a little kid, and I always shared this story in the projects, trying to find hope to get out and rocking to the hip-hop music and just taking whatever I feel inside and trying to creatively express myself. And to see people like Master Fred Hamilton and even to read about your tournament, how great it was in the magazine. And then, I mean, I remember one time before he passed away, I competed in the Battle of the Dojos. I won the Battle of the Dojos. And I remember, he welcomed me, like you said, just like family. I mean, but once again, I mean, even now, you're still on the cutting edge. I mean, like with the Wesley Snipes show, I mean, people don't talk about it. I mean, but that was like a historical thing. I mean, that was like one room of some of the greatest martial artists that was like a multicultural movement. I mean, am I correct? I mean, correct. What was the honor for you to be? I mean, you had everybody. I mean, Hil Al Cho, June Reed, Billy Blanks. I mean, you Thomas LaPuppet. I mean, the Memora. I mean, you had KRS-One, Doogie Fresh. I mean, come on, man. So even though we doing something with hip hop and all this, y'all already was doing all this stuff. I mean, what was that like?
Well, it was amazing to do the Masters of the Martial Arts in 1998. I mean, you know, just to be around all those people, Sinbad, Bo King, and you know, and just the experience hanging with Wesley Snipes before the event. I spent 6 months with him planning that event, and Wesley just wanted to give back something back to the martial arts because, you know, he's a martial artist, and he's made black belt under me, and one of my students, Marcus Salgado, and he promised me before he got famous that he was going to do something. And he wanted to do something big, so what he did was he told me to put together a concept and on paper, and he would follow through with it. And it was an amazing experience, just to be around all those celebrities and to see this, see it be on worldwide TV. This thing was in every continent in the world. So it was an amazing experience. It was a fruitful experience. It taught me a lot, and I was just happy to see the martial arts, see us as martial artists, and see our program, the martial arts itself, in the media and on a level with the other professional sports.
Right.
You know, such as basketball, baseball, football, and all the rest of sports. Major TV.
Right, yes, sir. And, I mean, it's interesting because you're so humble, because now you've just been a part of the, on BET they had, what was it, what was the name of the show?
The Iron Ring.
The Iron Ring, yeah.
Which was the executive producer was Warrington Hudlin and BET. That was another.
But Warrington Hudlin, that's like Minister Society, right?
Yes.
Minister Society.
Baby Kids, Boomerang. He's produced some major movies.
Yeah.
And you know, I got together with him. He told me, he said, Lamarr, I need a boxing coach. I also do boxing.
Right. Okay.
Besides martial arts, and that's what I did. I was a boxing coach in the Iron Ring, and he worked to about, I think it was about 8 rappers, you know, known rappers and one professional boxer, with Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
And we put this program together. And in New York, we filmed 2 days. We had 80 men compete in the mixed martial arts. And it was an amazing experience because I had to take those 80 guys, put them on the bag, you know, train them in pads, and, you know, take them through some professional stuff.
Right. I mean, when I seen that, and then I seen that you were a part of it, I mean, I guess I say that every little kid, it's like sometimes you might have a dream and you might have a passion for something, and then you might work so hard at it, it might seem like it's not manifesting. But if you keep God first, you just have enough faith and keep your third eye open, you'll see the similarities and the connections of all these other people. And I guess it's about relationships.
Yes.
It was the relationship that when I seen you succeeding, it gave me even more hope that I was going to succeed, because we have a relationship that even brought about something like this now. And I guess that's what that's basically what you, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you're saying about the kids. You're about trying to show them how to establish positive, respectful relationships so they can be fed for the rest of their lives. I mean, would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. You know, one other point I want to make you said about God being spiritual. One good thing about the martial arts is that there's a built-in spiritual program within the martial arts. All you got to do is participate, and that's one of the reasons why I continue to use the martial arts, because of that built-in spiritual thing that's in it.
Yes, sir.
You know, and that keeps me going.
Yes,
and I know for a fact that if I share that piece with other people, other children, and with children, you know, it's going to help people be safe.
Now, because I guess you pass the torch to like people like me and other people. I mean, what would you say to us, like people like myself, who's trying to prepare that next generation to be able to take upon that torch and just really allow us to go outside the box, but remain respectful and committed to like human development on a positive level? What would you say to us to be able to carry that torch to that next level?
What I would say is don't give up. Don't give up on people, especially the children. You know, there's going to, like you said, there's going to be trying times, but you just have to keep the faith in God and keep giving.
Yes, sir.
That's the key.
Okay.
Just keep giving. That's what I would say to any other martial art. Just keep giving of yourself.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to give the material money or whatever, but just keep giving of yourself.
Yes, sir. And you know, and as we bring this to a close, I say once again, I mean, man, a little dream and a little poster and wanting to be something great to change the world, and now to be here with legends and to be a part of that and to be respected. I mean, I am humble because I will never be on this level. I mean, so I'm so honored to be here to share with you the greatness of great masters like this. And it was like when I was at the Wesley Snipes show, to be able to have Master Thomas the Puppet to know who I was, that was like $1 million. I mean, I'm like, Master Thomas the Puppet. He's like, Willie Bam. I mean, I like nearly dropped to my knees because that's all we want. I think every little kid in the gang, all he wants is somebody just to accept him for who he is. That's all we striving for, is just to be accepted for who we are. And that's what life's about, is bringing it from the outside, I mean, from the inside out, man. I mean, anything in the closing, sir?
Well, you know, like you said, you know, all we want is a little attention.
Yes, sir.
A lot of love and a little attention.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You know,